I wish I could tell you what this video is going to be about, but we don't know what's in this sample, nor do you. Join us for a blind tasting and we'll find out if this is something that we should both be looking for.
Welcome back to Stuff and Whiskey. I'm Erin.
I'm Josh. We are here with a blind tasting. This has been drawn at random from our double blind sample pool full of a bunch of bourbons and ryes, most of which we've never had before, so there's no familiarity with what's in the glass. We taste this way so you get the most unbiased, honest opinions possible, and poppable, or whatever I was about to say.
Poppable.
Separate and apart from any labels or hype or bias. Let's get into it. Kind of faint.
It smells sweet. And before I smelled it, I was looking at the glass, and it's coating the glass pretty well.
Yeah.
Not that matters, but
it does have a nice sweetness to it. It kind of hits me like pretty classic bourbon, those types of notes, but it's a little bit more fruit forward. It almost smells like there's a bowl of strawberries on the table kind of over there.
Interesting. I'm getting like sweet outside. Like the air. It smells like the fresh air, but a sweet version of the fresh air. Yeah,
as I'm spending a little more time with it, you say outside, I'm kind of catching a little bit of like oakiness, rickhousiness, earthiness. It just smells generally nice, generally pleasant.
Yeah.
This smells like the exact type of thing I would want to have in my glass if I was going to have a few glasses, sit down and just drink something while we were watching a movie or something. That's what this kind of smells like to me.
Gotcha.
Let's get it on the palate.
It went up my nose a little bit.
That's got a lot more impact on the palate than I thought it was going to have.
Yeah.
Based on the nose.
It has impact, but it doesn't have flavor. Like, I'm getting wood and alcohol strength.
I don't disagree with you, but it doesn't taste high proof. You say alcohol strength. It's not coming through like crazy high proof.
No, I just think some of it like kind of went up my nose when I drank it, so maybe I need a second sip.
Oh, okay. Well, go ahead.
Okay.
For me, what surprised me that first sip was the saturation of flavor. A lot of times you drink stuff, especially if the proof's not super high, which this doesn't seem super high proof, but you don't really get that saturation of flavor that soaks into all the parts of your mouth. And this kind of did that for me on that first sip.
Sorry.
And I did get my little strawberryness off of it, and I did get a lot of oak, like you said.
I'm getting oak. I'm still not getting a lot of specific flavors as far as I don't taste any fruit. I just taste like alcohol and wood. It's not bad. It's alright.
Some people would love alcohol and wood.
Yeah. A lot of people do.
Yeah, that, to me, I'm actually, I don't know if I want to be impressed by this or, I don't know how to feel about this because it's kind of sending me mixed signals, you know?
I hate it when that happens,
like when, if you're, if way back in the day, when we were dating, and if you would get mixed signals from somebody, that's the worst.
Not when we were dating.
Not when we were dating.
The colloquial we were dating.
But getting mixed signals from anyone is, that's a bummer. And I'm kind of getting that off of this. Like, I think I really...
I mean, then I feel like you gotta, like, set some boundaries and cut ties.
I don't know.
Don't play games. Don't play games with this whiskey. Don't let the whiskey play games with you.
I think the whiskey's playing games with my heart.
It is. Quit playing games with my heart. Quit playing games with my heart.
Who sings that? Is that Backstreet Boys?
Backstreet Boys. Backstreet's back. All right.
Not my scene.
It was my scene in 10th grade.
Man, I'm really kind of confused about this because it's not...
I'm not confused. I'm ready.
You have a rating?
I don't let anyone mess around with me. This is just okay.
Oh, wow. Okay. Do you want to say why and I'll take another sip and get a
Because
rating?
I'm not getting any specific flavors out of it. Like, it's fine. It's not bad. I don't dislike it, but I also don't particularly like it. It's just generally good. And I've tasted enough whiskey to know that there are more things out there that my palate finds better than generally good. Therefore, it's just okay.
Well, that's fair. You know, I think I'm going to go the same. I'm going to go just okay as well. Doesn't mean I don't like it. I think I like it a fair bit more than you do.
Don't let me influence you. You be your own person.
I'm not. The more I'm drinking it, the more the sugary sweetness is really coming through. Like, you're not getting a lot of specific sweetness on this. I am. I'm getting a lot of sugary sweetness on this. And it's almost too much for me. It's almost cloying.
Interesting. Okay.
And I don't particularly like that. It is the type of thing I could have in my glass in the background.
Because it's not overly complex.
I think it has some complexity. It's not super simple, I would say, but it's...
Well, I said it's not overly complex.
Yeah.
I didn't say it's not complex at all. It's
Yeah.
not overly complex.
Right, but
So yeah,
just to clarify,
it's not overly complex.
nor is it simple. It's doing a few things, and it's doing them in spades. I just don't know if those things are the things that I like.
What's your rating, sir?
I said okay. I said just okay.
That's your official final
Yes.
answer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Before we find out the price. We find out the price and see if that changes
Okay.
anything before we find out what we're drinking. The reason I was saying that, I wanted to be clear
Okay.
that I do like it. It is doing some very specific things. It's
Okay.
just those things aren't the type of things I would reach for very often myself.
Fair.
So it could be something really cool. Could be something that is available on the shelf. We won't know until we find out what the price is.
Okay.
Well, we still won't know what it is. 89 in our pool.
89.
This pour's got me all over the place, guys. Thanks for sticking
you're all
with me.
discombobulated.
What's our price?
Oh my gosh. This is $100.
Okay.
I'm thumbs down. I'm not paying $100. No way. It's fine. I'm not paying $100 for just fine. Not doing it.
$100?
Yeah. You said number
Hang on.
89? Yeah. I mean, if you're talking about how I'm choosing to spend my money, to me, because of the flavor or lack thereof, I'm not going to spend $100 on this when I can buy other things I like more for the same.
So you're
Or
just
less.
so you're just staying. Oh, you went thumbs down.
I went thumbs down. I'm out.
All right. I've talked about the saturation that this thing has on the palate.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of stuff does that. I can see where the price tag comes in. I should have said how much I thought this was beforehand,
It's okay.
but I can see where the price tag comes in.
Where?
In that saturation of flavor.
Saturation of what flavors?
All the flavors that have
What are they?
the strawberry cherry sweetness, the strong woodiness, the kind of it's like got this rick house plus rick house floor thing going on. Like if you're in a rick house and you can smell the earth underneath the barrels.
Okay.
It's kind of got that on the palate. It's not as much on the nose, but I can see the price tag, but I'm staying just okay. I don't
Okay.
have to have a bottle of it. This is more of like I'll have a pour of it every once in a while. So just okay. What are we drinking?
We are drinking Jefferson's Ocean Tropics Aged in Humidity.
Wow.
It's 104 proof, and this is
Okay.
thanks to John Michael Elder.
Oh, thanks, John Michael.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is awesome. I'm so glad this popped up. A lot of people
So what
have
is
been
this?
talking about this.
Okay.
Well, it's funny that we got...
Is this the one that's aged on a ship?
So they have their aged at sea. This is
Oh.
aged in humidity. I think it was aged in Singapore. I think they took the barrels over to Singapore, and I could be wrong, but it's aged in like a tropic environment, and the humidity makes more interaction,
Interesting.
you know, from the whiskey with the wood and all that stuff, and you
Okay.
get allegedly a more concentrated
People
flavor.
getting fancy with their whiskey.
And you definitely do, but then it has that little bit of harshness too, because it, you know, like people talk about some heat cycled warehouses having a little bit of sharpness or a
Yeah.
little bit of a rapid aging note, or Texas whiskey has a little bit of harshness because it ages so fast in the hotter climate.
Yeah.
And this has a little bit of that.
I think I'm just a classic girl. I like my whiskey aged the regular way.
Yeah. Slow and easy.
Yeah. That's how I do.
All right. Yeah, this is fascinating. I think I've heard that this is sourced wild turkey distillate.
Okay.
That is aged. Don't hold me to that. That's just, I'm almost sure that's what I've heard. But overall, a lot of people are talking about this. A lot of people are interested in this product. It is out there on shelves for $100. Should you buy it or not? I think if you are into really sweet and really woody whiskey, and you've had other whiskeys that are younger, like Texas whiskey or, you know, heat cycled warehouse whiskey, that kind of harshness doesn't bother you very much, I think this is worth checking out.
It's not harsh. I don't find this to be harsh in the way I find Texas whiskeys to be harsh.
Yeah, that's fair.
I feel like Texas whiskeys hit you a little harder. This didn't hit me like a Texas whiskey did.
Yeah, that's fair.
Just to be said.
Yeah, hopefully this was informative. Hopefully it gave you some insight if you're thinking about buying this bottle and you see it on the shelf. I know for $100, I'm really happy that we were able to try this, thanks to John Michael, before
too.
we bought a bottle. You definitely don't want a bottle in the house.
I'm good if we don't have one.
Like I said, I'm just okay. I've tried it. I don't have to have a bottle of it. Will I buy a bottle of it or not? It's such a niche product, and that the marketing gimmicks don't appeal to me very much. So I don't think I'll buy a bottle, but you know, in a moment of weakness, anything can
may.
happen.
Don't hold him to it.
All right. We won't hold you to liking this video, but if you do like it, like it, and subscribe to the channel if you want more blind tasting content like this. It's what we do over here all the time. Hit the bell if you want to be notified when we go live once a month. We do that, like I said, once a month, and it'll help you out a lot. You can also check out the video description below, and you'll find a link to our Patreon community. Fantastic group of people over there where everything happens through Patreon, but it connects to Discord. That's where we can talk whiskey all day rather than the traditional social media outlets. But Discord is where we talk whiskey all day. People trade samples, help each other find things, all kinds of stuff going down over on Discord.
Our barrel picks. If you're interested in one of our barrel picks, you need to be a patron to get access to those. So just a heads up.
Absolutely. And we have merchandise, apparel, hats.
I'm actually wearing one of our merch pieces today. I don't have very many of them, but I really like this one.
Yeah. What's your favorite?
It's my favorite.
So all kinds of stuff over there at stuffandwhiskey.com. That's it for this one.
Yeah, that's it for today. Be good to each other, guys. And until next time, cheers.
Cheers.